Hey all, how's it going? John L here. So I was having quite a bit of trouble, like a really bad run in PvP. No matter what team I was using, even with my 452 Silver Surfer, I was just losing like a lot of PvP matches. I kind of felt like I was getting screwed a little bit, bad boards and all that kind of stuff. But part of it was also, I kind of deviated from my old strategy, and my old strategy was to use Loki. So once I started using him again, things kind of turned around, I had a bunch of success, and it just made me think, I think Loki's like the best support in the game, and I wanted to play a match and kind of demonstrate why, and show even especially at really high levels, you know, with 5-star characters and 4-star characters and all that stuff, Loki still has a place, like in any roster. So I'm going to select my Surfer, I'm going to select Blade, and we're going to pick Loki. And the reason why I think Loki is such a good support is because all of his skills, although he has like Zilcho and offense, what he brings to the table is so valuable when you get to higher star, higher cover, higher level fights. And what I mean by that is, higher level fights aren't dominated by match damage. It's all about AP and powers. Although 5-star characters do put out a lot of match damage, generally that's not going to be what kills you or what ruins your team. It's going to be the fact that your other team got a whole bunch of AP, and they're able to rip off a whole bunch of powers that just tore through your team. So Loki keeps all of that in check, and the way he does it is Mischief. Mischief is probably like the hallmark power for Loki. So if your enemy makes a 4 or 5, what he's going to do, and you should have this at 5 covers for sure, he's going to create 2 2-turn countdown tiles, steal random AP. That seems like a little light. I think it used to be 4. I think it's supposed to be 4. What's going on here? Oh, converts 4 basic tiles of that color into 2-turn countdown tiles that steal random AP. Okay, I'm illiterate. My apologies. So yeah, he's gonna take 4 tiles, turn them into like 2-turn countdown tiles that are gonna steal 2 random AP. That's 8 AP. So granted, it may never happen, but I think it's a rarity. In almost every match that I play, computer tends to make at least 1, maybe more, 4-tile matches. So you're going to steal a good chunk of AP, and that's going to keep the opponent in check. So that's super valuable. Illusions, 5 AP purple, and I think I have this at, I think I have it at 3, honestly. But he's going to swap 22 pairs of color tiles. That's still a significant amount. What it is it's a really cheap board shuffle. So if you do get into a position where you're stuck, with Mischief, maybe by picking up some purples along the way, you're going to have enough to call illusions, shuffle the board, and get yourself into a better situation. The last power is Trickery, and this one's super awesome too. The only thing I dislike about it, doesn't take enemy attack tiles, but then it'd almost be too good. So what you do is you're going to take enemy strike and protect tiles, and you're going to steal them, and you're going to switch them. So enemy strike tiles turn into your protect tiles, and vice versa. In other words, like their protect tiles are going to become your strike tiles. So anyways, I'm going to leave this 4 up just to bait them and kind of show what he does. So normally I would take that 4 blue just because that's something I really like. But anyways, so we have, you know, 4 countdown tiles right there. And when the countdown tiles all solve, that's kind of another free board shuffle too. So that stuff ends up being really helpful, especially if you have a 5 in the party, because chances are you're going to make some kind of match right there. So already, you know, I have a 4-star blade. We've got enough red that he can start kicking off Bloodlust. So this fight's gotten really bad for the bad guys right now. And the computer will always make a match 4. Like, they're never going to pass it up. That's like one of the, you know, AI bonuses, flaws, I don't know what you'd want to call it. But you can literally set them up to help you out if you use Loki. I see a 5 right here. They never make 5s, so I'm totally fine leaving that. But what they will do is make another 4, which is going to kick off a whole bunch more mischief tiles, which will allow me just to steal all this AP. So even though they make the 4, chances are they're not going to be able to keep that AP. So we'll go ahead and... actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep Bloodlust going. So that kind of stuff will happen, but, you know, there we go. They have another 4. They're going to kick it off. More countdown tiles. So again, the countdown tiles will resolve too, and it'll give you like free board shuffle, set up new things. And the best part is, I don't need to do anything with Loki. You know, if I have... the way I want to build this team is kind of just have Loki sitting in the background. The other 2 characters in the team are going to be the guys who are going to be doing the attacking with. So, you know, if you have a 5, some kind of tank, some kind of character which has like a really strong offensive attack, you know, maybe somebody who has, you know, some... strike tiles, protect tiles, attack tiles, all that kind of stuff, so that you can bolster your damage. And then just have Loki just chilling in the background, just waiting to throw down his mischief tiles, steal AP, use his trickery. Is that what it was? No, use his illusions to shift the board, and use trickery to steal enemy tiles. So, I don't need it right now, but we'll go ahead and use trickery. So, boom. We just stole a couple Old Man Logan strike tiles right there. And the bonus of you doing that also is now, since there's no matches that don't involve something for Loki, if I do make this match, as long as they don't fire off a power, they'll take like 1 damage. So, you keep him in the background, just protect him, have the other guys do the fighting, and Loki will sit there and just make it incredibly difficult for the other team to succeed in PvP. So we already have a illusion set up right there. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I want to try to get some more blue so I can charge up my Silver Surfer. Boom, and we have another couple matches for purple, so that's more illusion. You'll see that using Loki in these fights, you're going to just wind up having enough AP to use his abilities kind of over and over and over. So we'll go ahead and use Tools of the Trade, heal up our blade a little bit, do some damage right there. Do another illusions, try to get ourselves some blue. So Loki's powers have absolutely nothing to do with his level. So even if you don't have him champion, champ maxed, whatever, even if you don't have 13 covers for him, whatever you do have is probably super useful. The illusions, the board shuffle, it's great, it's cheap, whatever. I think I have it at 3 covers. I don't think you need it more. I think at higher levels he shuffles the whole board, And to me, that's marginally more useful. I think 22 tiles does enough. If you can, get as many covers for Mischief as possible, because, again, the way that power works, I think he had 4 covers, it's only 3 tiles he creates, and below that I think it's 2. I think the further down you go, the countdown is longer, so what you really want to do is get it where he steals those 4 tiles. They're 2 turns, so that way you can steal as much enemy AP as you can, and they don't have as long of a chance to actually get rid of those countdown tiles. So you can use Loki with 2-star teams, I guess, if you have a Loki with a good amount of covers. Just try to make it so he's not taking direct damage. And you can use him with 3-star teams, 4-star teams, 5-star teams. He works pretty much with any team. The one thing is, I would have someone who's kind of a tank, who can take his damage. On this board, usually he's always revealed with purple, unless you have some strong character that covers his purple. So if you had someone like a Bruce Banner Hulk, or if you had someone like a Phoenix who has a strong purple as one of their match colors, then Loki would pretty much be invisible on the board, which would be great, but I don't use those characters. So, and you don't really need to, again. You know, if you're lucky enough to be able to steal a couple strike tiles from enemies, turn them into protect tiles, chances are your Loki might only take 1 or 2 damage. The one thing that you really do want to watch out for, though, is the attacks that target your whole team. So try to take out those characters first, because that's essentially might be the only way where your Loki can get damaged. But as you can see, you know, it's a pretty tough PvP team with Loki. Definitely managed all their AP. We had all the damage directed to our tank, who can heal. And we're going to win this fight. We're going to be able to keep going in PvP. So I'm just going to take out this Old Man Logan right here. And we're on our way to getting our 10-pack. You should always try to get your 10-pack if you can. So the one drawback of having Loki in your party for these PvP events is that you're super vulnerable as a target, because if anybody sees you have Loki in your party, they're going to want to go and just take you out, because Loki almost, it's like fighting 2 people. So what I would do is I would find a really strong match. This one's good enough. What we'll do is fight. I'm going to put in a character that is more threatening, that nobody wants to deal with. And then we'll get into the fight. And from here, if you wanted to, you could fight the fight. Or if, you know, you'd just been on like a, I don't know, hour PvP binge, 2-hour PvP binge, whatever, you're just tired, you don't want to do it anymore, but you had a whole lot of luck and success by using Loki in your team, just retreat. So your team's set, that's who everybody's going to face, and as you can see, you're only going to lose about 6 points. The higher the score of the opponent that you're going against, the less you're going to lose from your own score, relative to how high your score is. So that's what I would try to face, especially if you're leading one of these events. It's probably not going to work out great for you. You probably want to fight the fight, or, and I don't really like doing it, but use a shield. So that is using Loki. You can use him in PvP, you can use him in PvE, he's great everywhere. I think he's one of the best supports. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anybody better, if there's anybody close that matches up. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care.